Hi, my name's Gemma. I'm the North Access Team's Community Engagement Ranger, and this is Luna. You guys have met her before. We're going to do a circular walk around the village of Amport today. Now, Amport is a really idyllic village in Hampshire. I can highly recommend you coming here. It's beautiful, it's full of beautiful houses, and there's a beautiful village green where we start our walk today. There's also a car park here, so it's really straightforward to park. It's a really child-friendly walk. We've got a park just to the right-hand side of me, and behind me we've got Amport Fen, a really nice little walk for the children to do before we start the circular walk today. So if you have a little quick look around, we've got some beautiful houses to view. Certainly worth a visit. The car park, nice and easy to locate, just off the main road going through the village. We've got a very keen dog here, so we better get going in a minute. Another good recommendation for you after your walk, because you've deserved it, the Hawk Inn is just up the road, so definitely recommend that for a spot of lunch and a cheeky drink after your circular walk. So let's go and investigate. As you can see, Luna loves the village green. Obviously a great place for dogs too. I have no idea what she's sniffing. Why else come to Amport? We've got the Hawk Conservancy, literally minutes away from where I'm stood. If you haven't heard of the Hawk Conservancy before, it is well worth a visit. It's a really well-regarded charity. There is so much to offer there for all ages, so I couldn't stress enough to you what a great day out the Hawk Conservancy is. Let's find out a little bit more about the Hawk Conservancy before we go on the walk.
Hi, I'm Louise, and I'm the Marketing and Communications Manager, which means I get to do the lucky job of telling everybody about the Hawk Conservancy Trust.
The Trust has been here in varying guises for the last 56 years. Today we are both a visitor attraction and charity, and our mission is the conservation of birds of prey and their habitats. Our conservation and research work takes place both here and overseas, and we're fiercely passionate about saving these vital species. We're consistently rated 5-star on TripAdvisor, and we're really proud of the fabulous reviews that we receive and work hard to provide the very best day out for our visitors. We've got over 130 birds of prey to see here and 3 world-class flying displays that take place every day. And we're always really excited to hear from our guests about how these displays have inspired our visitors to share our passion. You don't need to be a bird of prey enthusiast to come here and enjoy a day. If you like being in the outdoors and outside in nature, you are sure to enjoy a day with us here at the Hawk Conservancy Trust.
Okay, so let's get the walk started. So as you can see behind me, there's the car park, and all you do at the moment is follow the track up past the houses. Once you get up to the track, you will see this way marker post in the bush, okay? So that is indicating that we go straight up this gravel path, and you'll quite clearly see where the route leads near to the river. So this walk is a really, really good one to do as well, because there are no stiles that you have to get over. There are some gates like this one, and there are a few gaps, but there are no stiles. So again, hence why it's just a really child-friendly walk to take your kids on. So when you come to the end of that little path, you're going to get to another wooden kissing gate like this one. We've got 2 options. We can either go to the left, and that will take you on a much shorter circular walk, or we can go straight ahead. We're going to opt for the straight ahead option today, and that is going to lead us through some arable fields. So let's come and have a look. We've taken a stop here because I think this is a beautiful countryside scene. We've got cows and horses just behind us in the fields. To my right, we've got the most beautiful yellow rapeseed field. Now, this is the time of year to be seeing these fields. They are just stunning to see. There are a couple of things, though, we need to be mindful of about rapeseed with our dogs. So it's come out recently, the Dogs Trust have released some information on it, that there is issues with toxicity with dogs and rapeseed, especially if it's ingestion or if they inhale it. So if you're walking your dog around rapeseed fields, it's really important you've got them under effective control, because I certainly don't want that happen to Luna, and I'm sure you don't want it to happen to your dogs as well. So be mindful of rapeseed and dogs. Also, rapeseed's got some interesting facts about it. It is part of the cabbage or mustard family, and we see it often, so you think we must be using it for something. It's this oil-rich seed that it has that we use for oils in cooking. So that's why we see it so much in our countryside. Okay, so we've just walked along that field edge there, as you can see, and then you come to a track and you've got a decision to make, left or right. We're going to go left, we're going to head straight up this track. So we've just made our way up the track past the big rapeseed field, and we've got some options to make. Here's a waymarking post here quite clearly telling you what options you've got. You could either go up that way, but obviously back down on yourself, or through the farmyard. We're going to go through the farmyard, so let's go through. Come here, Loon. Couple of things to bear in mind when you're walking through farmyards. Farmyard etiquette, okay? This is a working farm, so will there be tractors around? Most likely. Should I have my dog under effective control? Definitely. You know, if there's tractors around, people are working, you need to make sure your dog is under your control, okay? And just being generally polite about the fact you are walking through a working farm. So don't go straying off the public right of way. Make sure you know you definitely should be on here. So I can't stress enough to you having an OS map on your phone or a physical map in your hand to make sure that this is okay. I am okay to be doing this. If you follow me a little bit further up, you'll see more signs about the fact that I'm okay, I'm on the right track. We've got a finger post here on the left-hand side, quite clearly telling us where we go from here, and we're going to go to the right. But check out signs like that, especially when you're walking through places like this, to make sure you are definitely on the right track, okay? Because as I said, we've got to respect that this is a working farm, and if we should be here, we should be on the right of way. So we've just walked up through the farm, past another rapeseed field. We've got a couple of choices here again. I could either go straight in front of myself, which I'm not going to do because I want to do a circular walk. I want to loop round. So we are going to loop round the rapeseed field once again, okay? So we've still got this beautiful field in front of us, a lot of lovely countryside to look at, and we're going to go up the field. Okay, so Luna's just done a poo. So I don't know whether any of you saw my video about dog feces and how to clear it up, but I've got my little running belt on today. So I'm going to pop this in my Ziploc bag in my belt. I'm not going to leave it here. That's absolutely not what I'm going to do. Next time I come across a bin, it's going to go in a bin. So when it gets a little bit warmer, as the summer comes closer, it's a really good idea if you've got your dog on a walk to plan your walk when it's not so hot. So we've left in the morning for this one today, but also to take some water with you because there might not be any puddles or water source for them to drink from. So I bought a little collapsible bowl for Luna for her water. Luna, do you want some water? Just because if you're feeling thirsty, the likelihood is your dog is feeling thirsty too. And I was right, she was thirsty. So always take plenty of water for you and your dog, and a collapsible bowl, or I don't know, a takeaway tub or something to pour the water in so they keep hydrated as well on the walk. Okay, so we've just come through the field and now we've got to a byway. So a byway is open to all traffic. So along here you could find cyclists, you could find cars, motorbikes, horses. Okay, so be aware of that when you come out from the field. We are going to turn left along the byway. Okay, so we're still coming along the byway, but we're going to turn off now to the right-hand side. We've got a lovely field to walk diagonally across. So come on, Luna, this way. So on a walk, I obviously like to look at my surroundings, but sometimes it's worth taking a bit of a closer look. I really enjoy seeing wildflower verges like this. So many animals are going to be living in here and thriving because this is here. But take a closer look and there's lots of little purple flowers. I'm afraid I don't know what they're called, but I can appreciate the beauty of them. And then obviously you've got all of these here, and I just think how many insects are going to be benefiting from this. And then that means you've got birds benefiting because they're coming in to eat the insects. You've probably got plenty of voles and mice scurrying around these verges too. So I just think taking the time sometimes to look at the smaller stuff is also really good on a walk as well. Okay, so we've just walked along that field. I think it's a stunning walk along that field personally. And then we come to the road. Now, sometimes these gates are open, sometimes they're not. Today we can walk through the gates. If they're not open, if you come with me this way, you'll see a gap in the hedge and it will just take you back round to the road. But because the gates are open, we can access through those today, okay? So as I said, there is that gap though in case the gates aren't open. So we're gonna head round, it's a tight turn left, you'll see that in a minute, and then we're gonna continue on our walk. So as you can see, a tight turn round the corner. We don't go onto the road at all. We're gonna go straight down here where this lovely finger post is pointing, okay? So quite clearly, come down the track and you take the tight turning on the left. Okay, so we're going to make our way up this path. Now this is the first wooded area we've really been in, and this is the time to really enjoy the sounds around us. There is lots of buzzing, there's lots of birds I can hear, and it's just a really beautiful area just to stop and take note of where you are. So let's do that right now. So we've come out of that wooded path and we come across another lovely rapeseed field. Beautiful view. So the options you have here is to go straight up. That would lead you to Quorley, for those local people who know where Quorley is, and then another network entirely up in that parish. Or we continue along the field edge, and we are going to continue along the field edge. Okay, so we've followed the field margin. Now look out for it because it's buried a little bit in all the vegetation at the moment, but there is a left-hand turn. There are finger posts there, so you can't miss it once you've seen it. And we're going to go through the gate, and then we're going to go heading back in towards Amport itself now. So guys, you're not going to be able to make that out, but we've just seen some deer run across the field right at the back here. Luna knows they're there. But yeah, about 3 or 4 deer have just run across the field. So it just proves that there's wildlife all around us, whatever time of day you're out here. You've just got to be ready for it. Okay, so we've seen the deer again. I think they're teasing us, they're playing with us. They've stopped right at the top of the field. And there's a really dark coloured one in amongst them, which is really unusual. I hope you can see this. But pretty cool to have such a great close-up view of some of our British wildlife. Okay, so once we finish along the field edge, you notice we now get onto a gravel track. So it's really nice and obvious where that starts. We're going to continue going straight down. We have to go through a gate and then we get to a road. So it's just continue going straight down from here. Walking down the gravel track, here is the gate I was talking about. So we're going to walk through, continue down the gravel track until you get to the road. And then at the road, we're going to turn left. So once we're on the road, just want to stress to you now, this road generally is quite quiet. It's a country road, but obviously be mindful, people can still use it. It's a really short space from where we are now to where we need to turn off back onto a footpath. So this is a very small part of road walking ahead of us. So a really short stretch of road walking here because now we're going to turn right off the track. And then you'll see, if you follow me, we're going to go through the open gate on the left-hand side. This track basically takes us straight back to Amport. So on this little stretch going down, there is a horse stables. So the likelihood that you're going to meet horses out and about on a hack is quite high. So basically it's thinking about your etiquette with horses. If you've got a dog, make sure it's on its lead, okay? Make sure you take a step away so they've got room to pass. Also, when you're walking down here, we get to a road and that's where they come out. So do be aware that you might have suddenly a lot of horses coming out from the stables. So it's just trying to clock these things as we come up to them. Also feeding horses, it's a big no-no. These animals are on particular diets. Sometimes what you feed them may actually cause them harm. So be mindful, if you've got a horse hanging its head over the fence, please don't feed it. It's not your animal, so you don't know what it's eating. So please do not feed it. Thank you. Okay, so we've come off the footpath. We're now on, again, a very quiet country road. This is a dead-end road, so any traffic is going to be local traffic. The horse riding stables are just behind me. The plan is we're going to walk all the way along the road and we will eventually get back to the green where we've parked our car. Part of the beauty of coming out on these walks is finding little gems like this. St Mary's Church in Amport. I just love an old church. It's the historic importance of it. It's how beautiful it looks, the design. So yeah, this is what you need to spot on your walks. We've got the wildlife, but we've also got some amazing architecture, which is part of our history. So let's go and have a quick look. Okay, so we reach the end of the road as such because we're going to turn left back to the green. That's our route done. We have done, let's find out how long that was, just under 6k, so that's a really nice circular route. Luna's loved it, obviously. So all I can say is please follow this route, have a good one, take pictures, take videos when you go out, and please share it with us. If you've enjoyed this and you want to see more, do join us online on the YouTube channel, sign up, okay, because I'm going to be doing many more hidden walks. Nice to see you again and hopefully see you soon.